Hello and welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. And on this episode, I'll be talking about The Dragon Prince, the Netflix show. It's from the writer of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's the third season, so I'll give a little backstory about season 1 and 2. 9 episodes. They're about like 25 minutes each, and you can immediately see the Avatar influence as you watch the show. But basically, in the past, there were dragons, elves, and humans in this place called Xadia, and Xadia does a lot of magic. And then humans started doing dark magic, and the dragons and the elves told them to stop. They didn't listen. They went into like a war or conflict, and eventually a dragon was killed. And basically, Xadia and the human kingdoms don't get along. In season 1, these elves are sent to kill the king of one of the kingdoms, and then we come across the three main protagonists. They like Team Avatar, if you may. Callum and Ezran, they're the princes. Ezran is next in line because his father was the king, and Callum is like his stepbrother. And then you meet Rayla. She's one of the elves that were sent to kill the king, but she runs into the princes, and they discover a dragon egg, which they thought was destroyed, and it's the Dragon Prince. And their goal is to get the egg back to Xadia, to his mother. You also come across Viren. He's like the bad guy of the show. He's corrupt. He's the king's advisor, but of course he wants more power. He's a dark magic user. As the seasons go along, in season 2, he comes across like this dark elf. I can't think of his name right now, but he helps Viren get more corrupt and more powerful. And Viren has 2 kids, Claudia and Soren. They are sent to capture the princess. Claudia uses dark magic. Soren is more like the king's guard, and he's kind of dumb. And from season 1 to 2, of course, it's a lot of traveling and adventures, and you come across different characters. Season 1 ends on a cliffhanger. Season 2 ends on a cliffhanger. But the end of season 2, Callum and Rayla show up at Xadia. Ezran goes back home to the kingdom because he's the next king in line. He wants to go to the kingdom and help, deal with the situation. While Callum and Rayla take the dragon who hatches, they call him Zim. They trying to take him home. So season 3, it opens up with just more history. It's a lot more dragon history. You actually see dragons in the past, and they talk. I didn't know they talk. They're very big, and they talk to the humans. You hear one of them pleading with the human to stop using dark magic, and the human is like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep doing it." So the dragon was going to destroy one of the cities, and then they have like a conflict, and he ends up being blinded. And then like later on down the line, and you see another dragon. They call him Thunder. Zim's father. You see his conflict with humans as well. But this had like a Stranger Things season 2 vibe to it because the main group was split. They weren't together, so it wasn't as much fun, seeing just Callum and Rayla together. Although their relationship has grown and they're in a romantic relationship during this season. I always like having the 3 of them together, bouncing things off each other. But it was cool seeing Ezran on his. Not he wasn't alone because he was the king and he had a bunch of advisors, but it was cool seeing him grow and make tough decisions as a child, taking control of a kingdom. So it was good to see that. But when they get back together, it's just a lot more fun. And this show always gets better as the season progresses. So episodes 6, 7, 8, 9, like they just get really, really good. And it leads to this big battle at the end, which is very well done, honestly. The show is not a big action show like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It has the same comedy moments, but this season is a lot more fighting, especially in that last episode. And I thought the show ended perfectly. I thought the season ended perfectly, although there is a little cliffhanger, and maybe season 4 might be the last season of this show. It's a really good show, and it's a quick watch. And I highly recommend it to anybody who's looking for something animated to watch that's not like I like the way the characters look in this show. They look like human beings, and they're not like drawn in different proportions and stuff like that. And the characters are fun, just like how in Avatar you come to enjoy Team Avatar. In this, you come to enjoy Callum, Rayla, Ezran, even Claudia and Soren. They have their moments as well. But again, season 3 is it's more backstory, more history of Xadia and the things that goes on there, and just the dragons in general, and what happened with the conflict with the humans, while they're at war. So, Dragon Prince season 3, it's a great watch. It's a great show. Check it out on Netflix. Thank you for listening. Deuces.